Hi y'all, welcome to the Messy Studio. As promised, this is another turning project, piece of live oak. Silly me, I almost forgot. I have stickers. So any of my wood turning friends or woodworking friends or subscribers that want to do a sticker swap, send me an email. Give me your address. I'll get you one in the mail. Or the post, as you say, across the pond. Thanks. I'll try to make a platter out of this burl. The first thing I have to do is cut away the waste on the bandsaw so I don't have so much turning to do, and I don't want to waste any of this pretty wood. So let's get to it. So here's that burl. Let's see what we can do. Oh, look how pretty and spalted that is. I'm going to use this for that pedestal. So that's my basic platter. Right now it's about 11 inches in diameter. It's probably going to end up being smaller. I'm hoping to keep it at least 10, but got some checking, and this is punky because, well, we know it's spalted. You can see it. I'm hoping to not waste any more of this than I have to, because it's pretty gnarly on this side. Look at those burls, those bird's eyes from the burl all over the place. So this is definitely going to be the bottom. It may be a shallow bowl. I want to keep it, I want to keep as much of this as I can. And I'll be back when I get it on the lathe. I don't know if I need to pre-drill these, so I'm going to pre-drill a couple just in case. Let's get this puppy on the lathe and make her round. A little out of balance, but it ain't bad. It'll get in balance. And it is roughly at the widest about 11 inches. It's probably going to end up being about 10 inches in diameter. That's fast enough for now. And yes, I'm wearing my face shield. I'm going to leave some of these inclusions, but I don't want them too deep. I know a lot of turners at this point would give up on this because of this punky bark inclusion stuff. I'm not one of them. Because yes, it's going to take a little more time, but I can see the potential in it. So, in answer to your question that I know is looming on everybody's mind, what are you going to do with it, Billy? I'm going to clean this punky stuff out. I've got it roughly to the shape I want. I'll smooth it up a little bit with a scraper. Get all this punky stuff out of there. That almost looks kind of like a Lichtenberg. So what I'm going to do is mix me up some colored epoxy. I'll have to do it in stages. First, to keep the epoxy from soaking in, I'll hit this with some CA. Harden it up. And after I give that plenty of time to cure, I'll mix up some epoxy. I just have to determine what color I want to use. So I'll mix up some colored epoxy, and I'll fill these voids before I get them too deep. I don't want to waste any more material than necessary. And then we'll turn it around, or we'll turn it out. So let me get it scraped up. Alright, I'm just going to saturate the inside of these holes with some super glue. And up here on the end grain where I had some of that tear out, I'll give this a few hours to cure up good, and I'll come back and mix up some epoxy and put in those holes. Okay, I've got most of the voids filled to a point. We'll start smoothing it off a little bit. See what we look like. Some of these low spots I'm actually going to turn away, so that's I'm not worried about. But some of them, like that one, and some of these are still a little bit too deep. So put some more epoxy in them and let it cure up. Most of the epoxy is set up now, so I'm going to smooth it off and then sand it up and see what it looks like. That Burl looks pretty cool. You can see some of the eyes. I'm going to take my Dremel, because where that's shiny, it's not going to stick. It keeps popping out. So I'm going to rough a couple of these spots up with my Dremel tool so that the epoxy will bite, and refill those, and then let them cure. You don't need to see that. Okay, the epoxy's all dry. Depth sanding sealer on it. it out. So that's it for the oak bowl so far. Because of the length, this is going to be, I decided to make it into 2 parts, because while I've finished the outside and the inside, I still have to do the bottom, and I've got 5 coats of lacquer on it, so I'm letting it cure before I turn it around and put it in my donut chuck to turn the bottom off. But you'll see me finish this up in the next episode, which I'll film probably in 7 to 10 days. So thanks for watching the first part. Stay tuned for part 2 and see how this thing finishes up. It's really pretty so far, I think. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Come back to the Messy Studio and see us. Thanks.